Welcome to Wisdom Audiobooks. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly achieve success, happiness, and peace, while others struggle endlessly without finding their footing? Is there a hidden blueprint to life that can help us navigate its complexities and unlock our true potential? The truth is, life operates on universal principles, laws as timeless and unchanging as gravity or the rising sun. These laws govern everything around us, from the smallest actions we take to the grandest outcomes we experience. In this audiobook, we will uncover these foundational truths and show you how to apply them to create a life of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. Introduction. The audiobook The 10 Laws of Life Master These Universal Laws to Transform Your Life is written and published by Wisdom Audiobooks. This is not just another self-help guide, it's a roadmap to understanding the deeper mechanics of life itself. Whether you're feeling lost, overwhelmed, or simply seeking clarity, this audiobook is designed to meet you where you are and guide you toward where you want to be. We live in a fast-paced world filled with distractions, pressures, and uncertainties. Many of you listening right now may feel stuck in a rut, unsure of how to move forward. Some of you might be struggling with relationships, finances, or health issues. Others may feel disconnected from your true selves, searching for meaning but not knowing where to start. These struggles are real, and they matter deeply. As Albert Einstein once said, "In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity." The challenges you face today are not roadblocks. They are opportunities for growth, transformation, and self-discovery. I understand what it feels like to question your path, to doubt your abilities, or to feel weighed down by circumstances beyond your control. I've been there too. But through my journey of learning and teaching, I've discovered that the answers lie within us, and in the universal laws that shape our existence. You don't need to have all the answers right now. What you do need is a willingness to learn, grow, and embrace change. And that's exactly why this audiobook exists, to empower you with timeless wisdom so you can rise above any challenge and build a life worth living. By the end of this audiobook, you'll have a clear understanding of the 10 universal laws that govern life. You'll learn practical strategies to apply these laws in your daily life, helping you overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and find lasting peace. Whether you're an entrepreneur looking to scale your business, a student seeking direction, or someone navigating personal challenges, these laws will provide you with tools to thrive, not just survive. So, I encourage you to listen attentively. Take notes if you must. Reflect on each chapter and think about how you can implement these teachings into your own life. Remember, knowledge alone won't change your life. It's action fueled by insight that truly transforms. Your wisdom journey starts here. Chapter 1. The Law of Cause and Effect. In this chapter, we will explore one of the most fundamental laws governing our existence, the law of cause and effect. This law is simple yet profound. Every action has a corresponding result. What you sow today determines what you reap tomorrow. It's often said that life is a mirror reflecting back the energy you send out into the world. If you want to change your outcomes, you must first examine the seeds you're planting. As Steve Jobs famously said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward." Understanding the law of cause and effect allows you to connect those dots intentionally, creating a future aligned with your highest aspirations. So, let's dive deep into this universal principle and uncover how you can harness its power to transform your life. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of cause and effect. At its core, the law of cause and effect states that nothing happens by chance. Every event, every circumstance in your life is the direct result of actions, whether conscious or unconscious, that you've taken in the past. Think of it like planting a garden. If you plant tomatoes, you won't harvest cucumbers. Similarly, if you consistently act with kindness and integrity, you'll attract positive relationships and opportunities. Conversely, if you engage in negative behaviors, such as dishonesty or procrastination, you'll face undesirable consequences. This law applies universally across all areas of life: personal growth, career, health, relationships, and even finances. For example, a business owner who invests time in building strong customer relationships will likely see increased loyalty, and revenue. An athlete who trains consistently over months will eventually achieve peak performance. Understanding this law gives you immense power because it shifts the focus from blaming external circumstances to taking full responsibility for your actions. 2. Real-life example, the story of Helen Keller. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of cause and effect, the life of Helen Keller. Helen was born in 1880 and became deaf and blind at just 19 months old due to an illness. Her early years were filled with frustration and isolation until Anne Sullivan, her teacher, entered her life. Through sheer determination and relentless effort, Helen learned to communicate using touch-based sign language. She went on to graduate from Radcliffe College, becoming the first deaf-blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. What caused Helen's extraordinary achievements? Was it luck? No, it was the countless hours she spent practicing, studying, and pushing beyond her perceived limits. Her unwavering commitment to learning, the cause, led to her remarkable success, the effect. Helen once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming it." Her life reminds us that no matter how challenging our starting point may be, consistent effort directed toward meaningful goals always yields transformative results. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of cause and effect. Now that we understand the theory behind this law, let's talk about how you can apply it in your own life. Here are 3 actionable steps to help you master the law of cause and effect. Step 1. Identify your desired outcome. Start by clarifying what you want to achieve. Whether it's improving your health, advancing your career, or strengthening your relationships, having a clear vision is essential. Write down your goal and visualize it daily. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, emphasized this point when he said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Step 2. Take consistent action toward that goal. Once you know what you want, break it down into small, manageable tasks. For instance, if your goal is to lose weight, start by incorporating healthy meals and regular exercise into your routine. Consistency is key here. Small actions repeated over time compound into significant results. Remember Maya Angelou's words, "Nothing will work unless you do." Success doesn't come overnight. It's built through daily discipline. Step 3. Reflect on your progress regularly. Periodically review your efforts and their outcomes. Are your actions aligning with your goals? If not, adjust your approach. Reflection helps you stay accountable and ensures you're moving in the right direction. For example, if you're working on improving communication in your relationship but notice recurring conflicts, ask yourself, am I truly listening to my partner? Am I expressing myself clearly and respectfully? Adjusting your behavior based on these insights strengthens both the cause, your actions, and the effect, a healthier relationship. 4. Common misconceptions about the law of cause and effect. Before we move on, let's address some common misconceptions people have about this law. Misconception number 1. Immediate results are guaranteed. Many people expect instant gratification after taking action. However, the law of cause and effect operates on the principle of delayed gratification. Just as crops take time to grow, so do the fruits of your labor. Patience and persistence are crucial. Misconception number 2. External factors determine outcomes. While external factors like luck or other people's actions may influence your journey, they don't dictate your ultimate destiny. You always have control over how you respond to situations. As Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, wrote in Man's Search for Meaning, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space lies our freedom to choose our response." Misconception number 3. Negative actions always lead to bad results. Sometimes short-term, negative actions, like ending a toxic relationship or quitting a dead-end job, can lead to long-term positive outcomes. The key is to evaluate whether your actions align with your values and long-term vision. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of cause and effect. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The future depends on what you do today." This reminds us that every moment presents an opportunity to shape our destiny. Ralph Waldo Emerson wisely noted, "Cause and effect, means and ends, seed and fruit, cannot be severed, for the effect already blooms in the cause, the end pre-exists in the means, the fruit in the seed." These words serve as a reminder that your present actions are the foundation for your future reality. By now, you should have a solid understanding of the law of cause and effect and how it influences every aspect of your life. Remember, you are the architect of your destiny. Every choice you make plants a seed that will eventually grow into something tangible. So, choose wisely. In the next chapter, we'll explore another powerful universal law, the law of attraction, and reveal how your thoughts and emotions shape your reality. Stay tuned, because this is where the magic truly begins. Chapter 2, The Law of Attraction. In this chapter, we're diving into one of the most talked about yet misunderstood universal laws, the law of attraction. You've probably heard phrases like attracts like, or what you focus on expands. But what does it really mean? How does the law of attraction work in your life? And more importantly, how can you use it to create the reality you desire? As the great scientist Albert Einstein once said, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it." Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. This profound insight perfectly encapsulates the essence of the law of attraction. So, let's explore this powerful law together and uncover how you can harness its potential to manifest your dreams into reality. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs act as magnets, attracting similar energies into your life. Simply put, whatever you focus on, whether consciously or unconsciously, will eventually show up in your experience. Think of your mind as a radio transmitter. When you tune into a specific frequency, whether it's positivity, abundance, love, or fear, you attract corresponding experiences. For example, if you constantly dwell on lack and scarcity, you'll likely encounter situations that reinforce those feelings. On the other hand, if you cultivate gratitude and optimism, you'll naturally draw opportunities for growth and prosperity. This law operates whether you believe in it or not. It's like gravity. It doesn't care if you understand it, it just works. The key difference is that while gravity pulls objects downward, the law of attraction pulls circumstances toward your dominant mental state. To illustrate this further, consider the words of Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich. "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Your thoughts are the seeds of your future reality. What kind of garden are you planting in your mind? 2. Real-life example, the story of Oprah Winfrey. Let me share with you an inspiring story that demonstrates the power of the law of attraction, the journey of Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty in rural Mississippi, Oprah faced numerous challenges early in life, including abuse and discrimination. Despite these hardships, she held on to a vision of a better life. She often visualized herself speaking to millions of people and making a positive impact on the world. Through sheer determination and unwavering belief in her dreams, Oprah transformed her vision into reality. From hosting a local talk show to becoming one of the most influential media moguls in history, she proved that focusing on what you want, not what you lack, can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Oprah once said, "The biggest adventure you can ever take is to live the life of your dreams." Her story reminds us that when you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires, the universe conspires to make them happen. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of attraction. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of attraction, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 5 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Clarify your desires. Start by getting crystal clear about what you want. Write down your goals in detail. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be rich," specify, "I want to earn $100,000 per year doing work I love." Clarity gives the universe a precise target to aim for. As Jim Rohn, motivational speaker and author, famously stated, "If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan." Take charge of your destiny by defining your dreams clearly. Step 2. Visualize your goals daily. Visualization is a powerful tool for activating the law of attraction. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day imagining yourself already living your desired reality. Feel the emotions associated with achieving your goals: joy, excitement, pride. Emotions amplify the magnetic pull of your thoughts. For instance, if you dream of traveling the world, close your eyes and picture yourself exploring exotic destinations, tasting new cuisines, and meeting fascinating people. Visualization primes your subconscious mind to recognize opportunities aligned with your vision. Step 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is the gateway to abundance. By appreciating what you already have, you signal to the universe that you're ready for more. Keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you're thankful for every day. Over time, this practice shifts your mindset from lack to abundance. Melody Beattie, author of Codependent No More, beautifully summarized this idea. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. Step 4. Affirmations and positive self-talk. Your words carry immense power. Replace negative self-talk with affirmations that reinforce your goals. For example, instead of saying, "I'm broke," say, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly." Instead of thinking, "I'm unlucky in love," affirm, "I deserve a loving and supportive relationship." Repeat these affirmations daily until they become ingrained in your subconscious mind. Remember Zig Ziglar's advice: your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Step 5. Take inspired action. While visualization and affirmations are essential, they must be paired with action. Pay attention to intuitive nudges or synchronicities that guide you toward your goals. For example, if you dream of starting a business, research potential markets, network with like-minded individuals, or enroll in relevant courses. Taking inspired action bridges the gap between thought and manifestation. As Wayne Dyer wisely said, "You don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step." 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. Despite its simplicity, many people struggle to master the law of attraction due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Lack of belief. If deep down you doubt your ability to achieve your goals, your subconscious mind will sabotage your efforts. Work on building unshakable faith in yourself and your vision. Surround yourself with supportive people who uplift and encourage you. Pitfall number 2. Focusing on what you don't want. Many people inadvertently attract what they fear because they focus too much on avoiding it. For example, obsessing over debt keeps you stuck in financial struggles. Instead, direct your attention toward abundance and prosperity. Pitfall number 3. Expecting instant results. Manifestation takes time. Just as seeds need sunlight, water, and patience to grow, your desires require consistent effort and alignment. Trust the process, and celebrate small wins along the way. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of attraction. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Louise Hay, founder of Hay House Publishing, said, "You have the power to change your life by changing your thoughts." This reminds us that our inner world shapes our outer reality. Rhonda Byrne, author of The Secret, wrote, "The universe is always listening to what you're thinking and saying. Every thought and word sends ripples into the fabric of existence." These words serve as a reminder to guard your thoughts carefully, as they hold the key to unlocking your dreams. 6. A short story, The Power of Positive Thinking. Let me conclude this chapter with a heartwarming story about the transformative power of positive thinking. In the early 1900s, a young man named Norman Vincent Peale struggled with severe self-doubt and depression. He felt trapped in a cycle of negativity and believed he would never amount to anything. One day, a wise mentor advised him to adopt a simple mantra: "Something good is going to happen to me today." Norman began repeating this phrase daily, no matter how bleak his circumstances seemed. Slowly but surely, his outlook shifted. Opportunities began appearing out of nowhere, and he eventually became one of the most renowned ministers and authors of his time. His book, The Power of Positive Thinking, has sold millions of copies worldwide, inspiring countless readers to embrace optimism. This story illustrates that even in the darkest moments, choosing positivity can alter the course of your life. Chapter 3: The Law of Focus. In this chapter, we're exploring one of the most critical yet often overlooked universal laws, the law of focus. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve extraordinary results while others struggle to make progress despite putting in effort? The answer lies in focus. As Bruce Lee famously said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times." Focus is the bridge between intention and achievement. Without it, even the best ideas remain unfulfilled dreams. So, let's dive deep into this powerful law and uncover how you can harness its potential to create extraordinary results in your life. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of focus. The law of focus states that energy flows where attention goes. When you concentrate your efforts on a single goal or task, you amplify your ability to achieve it. Conversely, scattered focus leads to diluted results. Think of your mind as a magnifying glass. When sunlight passes through a magnifying glass focused on a single point, it can ignite a flame. But if the light is diffused across multiple points, nothing happens. Similarly, when you channel your mental, emotional, and physical energy toward one objective, you unlock immense power to manifest it. This law applies universally across all areas of life, whether you're building a business, pursuing a passion, or improving your health. For example, an entrepreneur who dedicates their time to perfecting one product will likely outperform someone trying to launch 10 different products simultaneously. A student who studies consistently with undivided attention will retain information better than someone multitasking during study sessions. As Tony Robbins, motivational speaker and author, wisely noted, "One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus, we never concentrate our power." 2. Real-life example, the story of Thomas Edison. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of focus, the journey of Thomas Edison. Edison, one of history's greatest inventors, faced countless failures before achieving success. He conducted over 1,000 experiments before finally creating a functional electric light bulb. Many people would have given up after dozens, or even hundreds, of failed attempts. But Edison remained laser-focused on his goal. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His unwavering focus allowed him to persist through challenges and ultimately revolutionize the world with his inventions. Edison's story teaches us that focus isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart and staying committed to a singular vision. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of focus. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of focus, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 5 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Identify your top priority. Start by determining what matters most to you right now. What is the one goal or project that will have the greatest impact on your life? Write it down and commit to making it your primary focus. As Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, once said, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that there are." Eliminate distractions by prioritizing your top goal above everything else. Step 2. Create a clear action plan. Break your goal into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes it easier to maintain focus and track your progress. For example, if your goal is to write a book, divide it into chapters and set deadlines for completing each section. A clear plan acts as a roadmap, guiding your focus and preventing overwhelm. As Benjamin Franklin advised, "By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail." Step 3. Minimize distractions. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere: social media, emails, notifications, and more. To stay focused, create an environment conducive to productivity. Turn off unnecessary notifications, designate specific times for checking messages, and establish boundaries with others. Cal Newport, author of Deep Work, emphasizes this point. To produce at your peak level, You need to work for extended periods with full concentration on a single task free from distraction. Protect your focus like a precious resource. Step 4. Practice mindfulness and presence. Mindfulness helps you stay present and fully engaged in whatever you're doing. Whether you're writing, exercising, or spending time with loved ones, give it your full attention. Avoid multitasking, which splits your focus and reduces efficiency. Thich Nhat Hanh, renowned Zen master, reminds us, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you are attentive, you will see it. Cultivating mindfulness enhances both your focus and overall well-being. Step 5. Review and adjust regularly. Periodically review your progress and adjust your approach as needed. Are you staying aligned with your top priority? If not, identify what's pulling your focus away and take corrective action. Reflection ensures you remain on track and allows you to celebrate small victories along the way. As John C. Maxwell, leadership expert, says, progress always occurs when pain pushes us to change our thinking. Use setbacks as opportunities to refine your focus. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of focus is simple in concept, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Overcommitting yourself. Taking on too many projects or responsibilities dilutes your focus and spreads your energy thin. Learn to say no to activities that don't align with your top priority. Pitfall number 2. Lack of clarity. Without a clear vision of what you want to achieve, it's easy to lose focus. Spend time clarifying your goals and breaking them into actionable steps. Pitfall number 3. Procrastination. Delaying action often stems from fear or overwhelm. Combat procrastination by starting small and building momentum. Remember, perfection is the enemy of progress. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of focus. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Henry David Thoreau, philosopher and author, said, "It's not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about?" This reminds us to direct our energy toward meaningful pursuits. Robin Sharma, leadership expert, wrote, "The secret of success is extreme focus on one thing at a time. Mastery comes from sustained concentration." These words serve as a reminder that focus is the key to unlocking your full potential. 6. A short story, The Power of Single-Mindedness. Let me conclude this chapter with a compelling story about the transformative power of single-minded focus. In the early 1980s, a young woman named J.K. Rowling was struggling with poverty, depression, and uncertainty about her future. Despite these challenges, she held on to a dream: to write a novel inspired by her love of fantasy stories. Rowling dedicated herself entirely to this vision, often writing in cafes while caring for her young daughter. She rejected numerous rejections from publishers, refusing to give up on her dream. Her relentless focus paid off when Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was finally published in 1997. Today, the Harry Potter series has sold over 500 million copies worldwide, transforming Rowling into one of the most successful authors in history. Her story proves that focusing on one big idea can lead to unimaginable success. Chapter 4. The Law of Action. In this chapter, we're diving into one of the most essential yet often underestimated universal laws, the law of action. You can dream, plan, and visualize all you want, but without taking consistent action, your goals will remain nothing more than wishes floating in the wind. As the legendary motivational speaker Zig Ziglar once said, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great." The law of action is the bridge between intention and achievement. It's the force that propels your dreams into reality. So let's explore this powerful law together and uncover how you can harness its potential to create extraordinary results in your life. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of action. The law of action states that nothing happens until you take deliberate steps toward your goals. Ideas, plans, and intentions are important, but they only gain momentum when paired with action. Think of action as the fuel that powers your engine. Without it, even the most well-designed car won't move an inch. Similarly, your dreams require consistent effort to come to life. This law applies universally across all areas of life, whether you're building a career, nurturing relationships, or pursuing personal growth. For example, a writer who dreams of publishing a novel must sit down and write every day, even if progress feels slow. An athlete who wants to win a championship must train consistently, pushing through pain and fatigue. As Mahatma Gandhi wisely noted, action expresses priorities. What you do, not what you think or say, reveals what truly matters to you. 2. Real-life example, the story of Walt Disney. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of action, the journey of Walt Disney. Walt Disney, the visionary behind one of the most iconic entertainment empires in history, faced countless rejections and failures before achieving success. Early in his career, he was fired from a newspaper for lacking creativity. Later, his first animation studio went bankrupt, leaving him deeply in debt. But Walt didn't let setbacks stop him. He took bold, consistent action to bring his vision to life. When no one believed in his idea for a cartoon mouse named Mickey, he poured his heart and resources into creating it. His persistence paid off when Mickey Mouse became a global sensation, paving the way for Disneyland and beyond. Disney's story teaches us that action is the antidote to fear and doubt. As he famously said, "All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them." 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of action. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of action, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 5 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Start small and build momentum. Big goals can feel overwhelming, so begin with small, manageable actions. For example, if you want to run a marathon, start by jogging for 10 minutes a day. Over time, these small efforts compound into significant results. As James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, advises, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." Focus on building habits that support consistent action. Step 2. Overcome procrastination. Procrastination is the enemy of action. To combat it, use techniques like the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. For larger tasks, break them into smaller steps and tackle one at a time. Remember, perfectionism often masquerades as procrastination. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start where you are, with what you have. Step 3. Embrace failure as feedback. Failure is an inevitable part of taking action. Instead of fearing it, view failure as valuable feedback that helps you improve. Each misstep brings you closer to success if you learn from it. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, echoed this sentiment. "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed." Step 4. Create accountability. Accountability keeps you committed to taking action. Share your goals with a friend, mentor, or coach who can hold you accountable. Alternatively, join a community of like-minded individuals working towards similar objectives. As Jack Canfield, co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, says, "You will get to your goal faster if you have someone who believes in you and holds you accountable." Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you to act. Step 5. Celebrate progress along the way. Taking action isn't always easy, so reward yourself for milestones achieved. Whether it's treating yourself to a nice meal or simply acknowledging your hard work, celebrating progress boosts motivation and reinforces positive behavior. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of action is straightforward, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Waiting for the perfect time. The perfect moment rarely arrives. If you keep waiting for ideal conditions, you'll never take action. Start now, even if circumstances aren't perfect. Pitfall number 2. Fear of failure. Fear of failure paralyzes many people. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the process. Take imperfect action and adjust as you go. Pitfall number 3. Lack of consistency. Consistency is key to mastering the law of action. Taking sporadic action leads to inconsistent results. Build routines that ensure steady progress toward your goals. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of action. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Pablo Picasso, renowned artist, said, "Action is the foundational key to all success. Without action, even the best ideas remain unrealized." Vince Lombardi, legendary football coach, emphasized, "The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. Willpower drives action." These words remind us that action is the cornerstone of achievement. 6. A short story, the power of bold action. Let me conclude this chapter with a compelling story about the transformative power of bold action. In the late 1800s, a young man named Andrew Carnegie arrived in America with virtually nothing. Despite his humble beginnings, he harbored a big dream: to revolutionize the steel industry. Carnegie took massive action, investing heavily in new technologies and innovative processes. He wasn't afraid to take risks or make tough decisions, even when others doubted him. His relentless drive eventually made him one of the wealthiest and most influential industrialists in history. Carnegie's story demonstrates that bold, decisive action separates dreamers from achievers. As he once said, "Do your duty, and a little more, and the future will take care of itself." Chapter 5: The Law of Connection. In this chapter, we're exploring one of the most profound yet often overlooked universal laws, the law of connection. Have you ever stopped to consider how interconnected everything in life truly is? From the relationships we nurture to the energy we emit, every action and interaction creates ripples that shape our reality. As Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." The law of connection reminds us that no person is an island. Our lives are deeply intertwined with others, and the quality of our connections determines the richness of our experiences. So, let's dive deep into this powerful law and uncover how you can harness its potential to create harmony, growth, and fulfillment in your life. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of connection. The law of connection states that everything in life is interconnected. Every thought, word, and action you take influences not only your own life but also the lives of those around you, and ultimately, the world. Think of life as a vast web. Each thread represents a connection, whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or even strangers. When one thread vibrates, it affects the entire web. Similarly, your actions and energy impact others in ways you may not immediately see. This law applies universally across all areas of life: relationships, communities, and even the environment. For example, a kind word to a stranger can brighten their day and inspire them to pay it forward. A toxic relationship can drain your energy and affect your mental and physical health. As Dr. Wayne Dyer wisely noted, "You cannot be lonely if you like the person you're alone with." Building strong, positive connections begins with connecting deeply with yourself. 2. Real-life example: the story of Malala Yousafzai. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of connection, the journey of Malala Yousafzai. Malala grew up in Pakistan, where girls' education was under constant threat from extremist groups. Despite the dangers, she refused to stay silent. Through her courage and advocacy, she connected with millions of people worldwide who shared her vision of equal access to education for all. Her activism sparked a global movement, leading to the establishment of the Malala Fund, which has empowered countless young girls to pursue their dreams. Malala's story demonstrates that when you connect authentically with others and a shared purpose, you can create transformative change. She once said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." Her words remind us that even small acts of connection can have far-reaching impacts. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of connection. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of connection, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 5 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1: Cultivate self-awareness. Before you can connect deeply with others, you must first connect with yourself. Spend time reflecting on your values, emotions, and intentions. Journaling or meditation can help you gain clarity about who you are and what you stand for. As Carl Jung, renowned psychologist, emphasized, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." Understanding yourself strengthens your ability to connect authentically with others. Step 2. Practice active listening. True connection happens when you listen, not just hear what others are saying. Give people your full attention, ask thoughtful questions, and validate their feelings. Active listening builds trust and fosters deeper relationships. Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, advised, "Seek first to understand, then to be understood." This principle is the foundation of meaningful connections. Step 3. Build empathy. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understand their perspective. It's a cornerstone of strong relationships. Practice empathy by being patient, compassionate, and non-judgmental. Brené Brown, research professor and author, reminds us, empathy fuels connection. When you empathize with others, you create a safe space for genuine connection to flourish. Step 4. Invest time in relationships. Quality relationships require time and effort. Regularly check in with loved ones, celebrate their successes, and support them during challenges. Small gestures, like a heartfelt message or a phone call, go a long way in strengthening bonds. As Maya Angelou famously said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Make others feel valued and appreciated. Step 5. Contribute to something bigger than yourself. Connecting with a cause greater than yourself, whether it's volunteering, mentoring, or supporting a community initiative, expands your sense of purpose. It also allows you to connect with like-minded individuals who share your passion. Mother Teresa once said, "None of us, including me, ever do great things. But we can all do small things, with great love, and together we can do something wonderful." Find ways to contribute meaningfully to the world around you. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of connection is simple in concept, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Superficial interactions. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of shallow interactions. To build deeper connections, prioritize quality over quantity. Focus on nurturing a few meaningful relationships rather than spreading yourself too thin. Pitfall number 2. Neglecting self-care. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you neglect your own needs, you'll lack the energy and emotional capacity to connect with others. Prioritize self-care to ensure you're showing up fully in your relationships. Pitfall number 3. Fear of vulnerability. Many people fear opening up because they worry about rejection or judgment. However, vulnerability is the key to authentic connection. Be brave enough to share your true self with others. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of connection. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Albert Schweitzer, philosopher and humanitarian, said, "At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lit the flame within us." Desmond Tutu, Nobel Peace Prize laureate, emphasized, "A person is a person through other persons." These words remind us that connection is the essence of humanity. 6. A short story, The Ripple Effect of Kindness. Let me conclude this chapter with a heartwarming story about the ripple effect of human connection. In 2014, a man named James Robertson from Detroit captured national attention after walking 21 miles daily to get to work. His dedication touched the hearts of thousands, prompting strangers to start a crowdfunding campaign to buy him a car. Within days, donations poured in, raising over $350,000. But the story didn't end there. Inspired by the generosity they witnessed, many donors began organizing local charity events and volunteer initiatives in their own communities. What started as a single act of kindness created waves of positive change across the country. This story illustrates how a single connection can spark a chain reaction of goodwill. Chapter 6: The Law of Transformation. In this chapter, we're exploring one of the most powerful yet often misunderstood universal laws, the law of transformation. Change is the only constant in life. Whether it's personal growth, career shifts, or global events, transformation is inevitable. As Heraclitus, the ancient Greek philosopher, famously said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." The law of transformation teaches us that every challenge presents an opportunity for growth, and every ending paves the way for a new beginning. So, let's dive deep into this law and uncover how you can embrace change to unlock your highest potential. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of transformation. The law of transformation states that change is an inherent part of life, and true growth occurs when we consciously embrace and adapt to it. Just as caterpillars transform into butterflies, humans undergo metamorphoses throughout their lives, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Transformation isn't always easy. It often requires letting go of old patterns, beliefs, and habits that no longer serve us. But resisting change only prolongs suffering, while embracing it opens doors to new possibilities. This law applies universally across all areas of life: personal development, relationships, careers, and even health. For example, a person who overcomes addiction transforms not only their own life but also the lives of those around them. A business that adapts to technological advancements thrives in a rapidly evolving market. As Rumi, the Persian poet and mystic, wisely noted, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." Transformation often begins with discomfort, but it leads to profound growth and renewal. 2. Real-life example: the story of Nick Vujicic. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of transformation, the journey of Nick Vujicic. Born without arms or legs, Nick faced immense challenges from a young age. Bullied by peers and struggling with self-worth, he once contemplated taking his own life. However, instead of succumbing to despair, Nick chose to embrace his circumstances and transform his pain into purpose. Through sheer determination and resilience, he became a motivational speaker, traveling the world to inspire millions with his message of hope and perseverance. Nick's transformation didn't erase his struggles, but it gave them meaning. He often says, "If I can encourage just one person, then my purpose has been fulfilled." Nick's story reminds us that even in our darkest moments, transformation is possible if we choose to rise above our limitations. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of transformation. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of transformation, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 5 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Embrace discomfort. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. To transform, you must be willing to face uncertainty and step into the unknown. Start small by taking risks that push your boundaries, whether it's learning a new skill, speaking up for yourself, or trying something outside your routine. As Robin Sharma, leadership expert, advises, "Discomfort is the price of greatness." Lean into discomfort rather than avoiding it. Step 2. Let go of what no longer serves you. Holding on to outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, or unproductive habits hinders transformation. Identify what's weighing you down and release it. This might involve setting boundaries, decluttering your space, or reframing negative thought patterns. Marie Kondo, author of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, emphasizes, "Keep only those things that speak to your heart." Apply this principle to every area of your life. Step 3. Cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset sees challenges as opportunities for learning rather than failures. When faced with setbacks, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this experience?" Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as stepping stones toward your goals. Carol Dweck, psychologist and author of Mindset, explains, "Becoming is better than being." Focus on continuous improvement rather than perfection. Step 4. Practice gratitude during change. Gratitude helps you stay grounded during times of transition. Even amidst chaos, find something to appreciate: a lesson learned, a supportive friend, or simply the fact that you're still standing. Melody Beattie sums it up beautifully. Gratitude turns what we have into enough, and more. Gratitude fuels resilience and accelerates transformation. Step 5. Visualize your desired outcome. Visualization anchors your transformation journey. Spend time imagining the person you want to become and the life you want to create. Feel the emotions associated with achieving your vision, and let that energy guide your actions. As Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." Visualization bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of transformation is transformative, pun intended, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Fear of the unknown. Fear of uncertainty often paralyzes people, preventing them from embracing change. Combat this by focusing on what you can control and trusting that everything will work out for your highest good. Pitfall number 2. Resistance to letting go. Letting go of familiar patterns, even if they're harmful, can feel unsettling. Remind yourself that holding on keeps you stuck, while releasing creates space for new blessings. Pitfall number 3. Impatience with the process. Transformation takes time. Don't rush the process or expect overnight results. Trust that consistent effort will yield lasting change. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of transformation. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Mahatma Gandhi said, "The future depends on what you do today. Every action you take plants seeds for your transformation." Eckhart Tolle, spiritual teacher, emphasized, "Some changes look negative on the surface, but you will soon realize that space is being created in your life for something new to emerge." These words remind us that transformation is both inevitable and empowering. 6. A short story, From Darkness to Light. Let me conclude this chapter with a compelling story about the power of transformation. In the early 1990s, a woman named Elizabeth Smart was abducted at the age of 14 and held captive for 9 months. Her ordeal was unimaginable, yet she emerged from it with remarkable strength and resilience. After her rescue, Elizabeth dedicated her life to advocating for victims of kidnapping and human trafficking. She founded the Elizabeth Smart Foundation, which educates communities about safety and empowers survivors. Her transformation from victim to advocate demonstrates the incredible capacity of the human spirit to heal and soar. Elizabeth once said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice." Her story proves that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, transformation is possible. Chapter 7. The Law of Inner Peace. In this chapter, we're exploring one of the most profound yet often elusive universal laws, the law of inner peace. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant demands, finding inner peace can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. Yet, inner peace is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for living a fulfilling and balanced life. As the Dalai Lama once said, "Peace does not mean an absence of conflicts. It means you are able to handle conflicts with calmness and clarity." The law of inner peace teaches us that true happiness and success stem from cultivating serenity within ourselves. When your mind is at peace, you become unstoppable, able to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. So, let's dive deep into this powerful law and uncover how you can nurture inner peace to transform your life. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of inner peace. The law of inner peace states that external circumstances do not determine your state of being. It's your internal state that shapes how you experience life. Inner peace is the foundation upon which all other aspects of well-being rest. Without it, even material success feels hollow. Think of inner peace as the eye of a storm. While chaos swirls around you, maintaining calmness allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This law applies universally across all areas of life: relationships, careers, health, and personal growth. For example, A person who practices mindfulness remains composed during stressful situations, making better decisions. Someone who prioritizes self-care avoids burnout and maintains emotional balance. As Eckhart Tolle wisely noted, the primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation but your thoughts about it. Inner peace begins when you take control of your thoughts and emotions. 2. Real-life example, the story of Nelson Mandela. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of inner peace, the journey of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison under harsh conditions, yet he emerged not bitter or broken but peaceful and resolute. During his imprisonment, he practiced meditation, reflection, and forgiveness, cultivating a deep sense of inner peace that sustained him through unimaginable adversity. When asked how he maintained such composure, Mandela explained that he chose to forgive those who wronged him because holding on to anger would only imprison his soul further. His inner peace became the catalyst for transforming South Africa into a nation of reconciliation and unity. Mandela once said, "As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison." His story reminds us that inner peace is a choice, one that liberates us from suffering. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of inner peace. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of inner peace, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 6 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Practice mindfulness daily. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. Start by dedicating 5 to 10 minutes each day to sit quietly, focusing on your breath or observing your surroundings. Over time, mindfulness trains your mind to stay calm amidst chaos. John Kabat-Zinn, founder of mindfulness-based stress reduction, MBSR, emphasizes, "You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf." Mindfulness helps you ride life's ups and downs with ease. Step 2. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. Keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice rewires your brain to notice positivity, fostering a sense of contentment. Melody Beattie captures this beautifully. Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more. Gratitude anchors you in the present moment, creating space for inner peace. Step 3. Let go of control. Trying to control everything creates stress and anxiety. Instead, practice surrendering to what you cannot change. Trust that life unfolds in its own timing and that everything happens for a reason. As Lao Tzu, ancient Chinese philosopher, advised, "By letting go, it all gets done." Surrender doesn't mean giving up, it means trusting the process. Step 4. Set healthy boundaries. Boundaries protect your energy and prevent overwhelm. Learn to say no to activities, people, or commitments that drain you. Protecting your time and mental space allows you to maintain inner balance. Brené Brown, research professor and author, stresses, "Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others." Healthy boundaries are essential for inner peace. Step 5. Engage in self-care. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Prioritize activities that nourish your body, mind, and spirit, whether it's exercising, reading, spending time in nature, or simply resting. Taking care of yourself ensures you're equipped to handle life's challenges. Audrey Hepburn once said, "Nothing is more important than empathy and kindness, and taking a little time every day to focus on yourself." Self-care replenishes your inner reservoir of peace. Step 6. Forgive yourself and others. Holding on to grudges or guilt keeps you trapped in negativity. Practice forgiveness, not for others' sake, but for your own. Forgiveness releases emotional burdens, freeing you to experience inner peace. Desmond Tutu, Nobel Peace Prize laureate, reminds us, "Forgiveness says you are given another chance to make a new beginning." Forgiveness heals wounds and restores harmony. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of inner peace is transformative, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Ignoring emotional pain. Suppressing emotions leads to long-term suffering. Instead, acknowledge and process your feelings in healthy ways, such as journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or seeking therapy. Pitfall number 2, overcommitting yourself. Taking on too much drains your energy and disrupts inner peace. Learn to prioritize and delegate tasks to create breathing room in your schedule. Pitfall number 3, comparing yourself to others. Comparison steals joy and fuels discontent. Focus on your unique journey and celebrate your progress, no matter how small. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of inner peace. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Thich Nhat Hanh, Zen master, said, "Peace is every step. The journey itself is home. Inner peace is found in the simplicity of each moment." Marianne Williamson, spiritual teacher, emphasized, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Embracing your power brings peace." These words remind us that inner peace is accessible to everyone. It starts with choosing to embrace it. 6. A short story, finding serenity amid chaos. Let me conclude this chapter with a heartwarming story about the transformative power of inner peace. In the late 1990s, a woman named Sarah Ban Brethnock found herself overwhelmed by financial struggles, divorce, and career setbacks. Feeling lost and defeated, she turned to journaling as a form of solace. Each evening, she wrote about her blessings, no matter how small: a kind word from a stranger, a beautiful sunset, or a warm cup of tea. This simple practice transformed her perspective, helping her find beauty and meaning in everyday moments. Inspired by her journey, Sarah wrote Simple Abundance, a daybook of comfort and joy, which became a bestseller and touched millions of lives worldwide. Her story demonstrates that inner peace begins with gratitude and presence. Sarah once said, "Abundance dwells where gratitude resides." Her transformation reminds us that peace is always within reach if we choose to seek it. Chapter 8: The Law of Gratitude. In this chapter, we're exploring one of the most transformative yet often overlooked universal laws, the law of gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying, "Thank you." It's a powerful mindset that shifts your perspective, amplifies positivity, and attracts abundance into your life. As Melody Beattie famously said, "Gratitude turns what we have into enough and more." The law of gratitude teaches us that when we focus on appreciating what we already have, we create space for even greater blessings to flow into our lives. So, let's dive deep into this law and uncover how gratitude can transform your reality. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of gratitude. The law of gratitude states that appreciation is a magnet for abundance. When you express gratitude for what you currently possess, whether it's tangible, like money or possessions, or intangible, like love or health, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. This alignment invites more positivity, opportunities, and joy into your life. Think of gratitude as a lens through which you view the world. When you wear this lens, challenges become lessons, failures become stepping stones, and small blessings become sources of immense joy. This law applies universally across all areas of life: relationships, careers, finances, and personal growth. For example, a person who expresses gratitude for their job attracts promotions or new opportunities. Someone who appreciates their relationships fosters deeper connections and mutual respect. As Albert Schweitzer wisely noted, "At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person." Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lit the flame within us. Gratitude not only transforms your life but also uplifts others around you. 2. Real-life example: the story of Oprah Winfrey. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of gratitude: the journey of Oprah Winfrey. From humble beginnings in rural Mississippi, Oprah faced numerous hardships early in life, including poverty, abuse, and discrimination. Despite these challenges, she cultivated a habit of gratitude, focusing on the blessings in her life rather than dwelling on her struggles. In interviews, Oprah often speaks about how gratitude helped her rise above adversity. She kept a gratitude journal for years, writing down 5 things she was thankful for every day. This practice shifted her mindset from lack to abundance, empowering her to build a media empire and become one of the most influential women in the world. Oprah once said, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." Her story reminds us that gratitude is the foundation of success and fulfillment. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of gratitude. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of gratitude, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 6 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Start a gratitude journal. One of the simplest yet most effective ways to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. They can be big or small, a kind gesture from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or simply waking up healthy and alive. Research shows that people who regularly practice gratitude experience higher levels of happiness and well-being. As Sean Aker, author of The Happiness Advantage, explains, "When you scan the world for positives, you start to see them everywhere." Step 2. Express gratitude to others. Take time to thank the people who make a difference in your life. Whether it's a heartfelt note, a phone call, or a simple "thank you," expressing gratitude strengthens relationships and spreads positivity. A single act of gratitude can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to pay it forward. As William Arthur Ward wrote, "Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it." Don't keep your gratitude to yourself, share it generously. Step 3. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Life is full of ups and downs, but gratitude helps you find silver linings in difficult situations. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" Shift your focus from loss to growth. Viktor Frankl, Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist, emphasized this point. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Gratitude empowers you to transform pain into purpose. Step 4. Practice mindful appreciation. Mindfulness and gratitude go hand in hand. Throughout your day, pause to appreciate the present moment, the warmth of sunlight, the taste of food, or the sound of laughter. These small moments add up to create a profound sense of contentment. Thich Nhat Hanh, Zen master, advises, "Drink your tea slowly and reverently, as if it is the axis on which the whole earth revolves." Savoring life's simple pleasures cultivates lasting gratitude. Step 5. Create a gratitude ritual. Establish a daily ritual to anchor gratitude in your routine. For example, begin or end your day by reflecting on what you're thankful for. You could also incorporate gratitude into meditation or prayer, expressing thanks for the blessings in your life. Rituals provide structure and consistency, ensuring that gratitude becomes a lifelong habit. Step 6. Celebrate small wins. Don't wait for major milestones to feel grateful. Celebrate small victories along the way, completing a task, learning something new, or making progress toward a goal. Acknowledging these wins reinforces a positive mindset. As Zig Ziglar, motivational speaker, once said, "Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal." Gratitude fuels motivation and keeps you moving forward. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of gratitude is transformative, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Focusing only on big things. It's easy to overlook small blessings while waiting for monumental achievements. Train yourself to notice and appreciate the little things. They're the building blocks of happiness. Pitfall number 2. Feeling guilty for not being grateful enough. If you catch yourself thinking, "I should be more grateful," gently redirect your focus to what you are grateful for. Guilt undermines gratitude, compassion builds it. Pitfall number 3. Ignoring difficult emotions. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. Allow yourself to feel your emotions fully, then choose to find gratitude alongside them. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of gratitude. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Cultivate the habit of being grateful for every good thing that comes to you, and to give thanks continuously. And because all things have contributed to your advancement, you should include all things in your gratitude." Cicero, Roman philosopher, emphasized, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues but the parent of all others." These words remind us that gratitude is the cornerstone of a fulfilling and meaningful life. 6. A short story, The Power of Thankfulness. Let me conclude this chapter with a heartwarming story about the transformative power of gratitude. In the early 2000s, a man named John Kralik found himself at rock bottom. His law practice was failing, his marriage had ended, and he felt overwhelmed by debt. On New Year's Day, during a solo hike in the mountains, John decided to commit to writing one thank you note every day for a year. He started with small gestures, thanking a barista for his coffee, a colleague for their support, or a family member for their kindness. Over time, something remarkable happened. Clients began returning to his law firm, relationships improved, and his outlook on life shifted dramatically. John later wrote a book titled A Simple Act of Gratitude, sharing how this daily practice transformed his life. He realized that gratitude wasn't just about acknowledging what others did, it was about shifting his own perspective to see abundance in every situation. John's story proves that gratitude has the power to turn despair into hope and scarcity into plenty. Chapter 9, The Law of Love. In this chapter, we're exploring one of the most profound and transformative universal laws, the law of love. Love is not just a feeling, it's a force that connects us to ourselves, others, and the universe. As Mother Teresa once said, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love." The law of love teaches us that love is the essence of life. It heals wounds, fosters connection, and creates meaning. When you live from a place of love, you align yourself with the highest vibrations of existence, attracting harmony and abundance into your life. So, let's dive deep into this law and uncover how love can transform your reality. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of love. The law of love states that love is the fundamental energy that binds everything together. It's the driving force behind creation, growth, and transformation. Love isn't limited to romantic relationships, it encompasses kindness, compassion, empathy, and self-love. Think of love as the glue that holds the universe together. When you act from a place of love, you create positive ripples that impact everyone around you. This law applies universally across all areas of life: personal relationships, communities, work environments, and even your relationship with yourself. For example, a leader who leads with love inspires loyalty and creativity in their team. A person who practices self-love radiates confidence and attracts supportive relationships. As Rumi, the Persian poet, wisely noted, "Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it." Love begins when you remove obstacles like fear, judgment, and resentment. 2. Real-life example, the story of Martin Luther King Jr. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of love, the journey of Martin Luther King Jr. During the civil rights movement in the United States, Martin Luther King Jr. championed nonviolent resistance as a way to fight injustice. He believed that love, rather than hate, was the most powerful weapon for change. His philosophy of agape, love, a selfless, unconditional love for humanity, inspired millions to join the movement and demand equality. Despite facing violence, imprisonment, and threats to his life, King remained steadfast in his commitment to love. He famously said, "I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear." His unwavering dedication to love transformed not only his own life but also the course of history. King's story reminds us that love has the power to heal divisions, unite communities, and spark revolutions. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of love. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of love, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 6 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Practice self-love. Self-love is the foundation of all other forms of love. Treat yourself with kindness, patience, and respect. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, and prioritize activities that nurture your body, mind, and spirit. As Louise Hay, author of You Can Heal Your Life, emphasizes, loving yourself is the greatest revolution. When you love yourself, you set the standard for how others should treat you. Step 2. Cultivate empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Practice putting yourself in someone else's shoes, especially during conflicts or misunderstandings. Listening without judgment and validating emotions builds trust and deepens connections. Brené Brown, research professor and author, advises, empathy fuels connection. By cultivating empathy, you create a safe space for authentic relationships to flourish. Step 3. Perform acts of kindness. Kindness is a tangible expression of love. Whether it's holding the door for a stranger, volunteering your time, or simply smiling at someone, acts of kindness spread positivity and inspire others to do the same. Studies show that performing acts of kindness boosts happiness and strengthens social bonds. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Step 4. Forgive freely. Forgiveness is an act of love for yourself and others. Holding on to grudges keeps you trapped in negativity, while forgiveness liberates your heart and restores peace. Desmond Tutu, Nobel Peace Prize laureate, reminds us, forgiving is not forgetting, it's actually remembering and not using your right to hit back. Forgiveness doesn't condone harmful behavior, it frees you from its grip. Step 5. Express appreciation. Tell the people in your life how much they mean to you. Whether it's a heartfelt compliment, a handwritten note, or a simple, I love you. Expressing appreciation strengthens bonds and fosters mutual respect. As Gary Chapman, author of The 5 Love Languages, explains, words of affirmation are a powerful way to communicate love. Make it a habit to regularly acknowledge the goodness in others. Step 6. Serve others. Serving others is a profound way to embody love. Find ways to contribute to your community, mentor someone, or support a cause you care about. Giving your time and energy to others fills your life with purpose and joy. Albert Schweitzer, humanitarian and philosopher, said, the purpose of human life is to serve and to show compassion and the will to help others. Service amplifies the ripple effect of love. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of love is transformative, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Confusing love with codependency. Love should empower, not enslave. Healthy love respects boundaries and encourages individual growth, while codependency creates imbalance and resentment. Pitfall number 2. Neglecting self-love. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Prioritize loving yourself before extending love to others. Self-love ensures you show up fully in relationships. Pitfall number 3. Allowing fear to block love. Fear of rejection, vulnerability, or loss often prevents people from giving and receiving love freely. Practice courageously opening your heart, knowing that love always wins. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of love. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. Maya Angelou said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Love leaves an indelible mark on hearts. Leo Buscaglia, motivational speaker, emphasized, too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around. These words remind us that love is accessible to everyone. It starts with small, intentional actions. 6. A short story, the ripple effect of love. Let me conclude this chapter with a heartwarming story about the transformative power of love. In the early 2000s, a woman named Phyllis Schaefer began delivering meals to elderly neighbors in her community. What started as a simple act of kindness soon grew into a grassroots initiative called Meals with Love. Volunteers prepared homemade meals and delivered them with handwritten notes of encouragement. Over time, recipients reported not only improved physical health but also a renewed sense of belonging and hope. Inspired by the program's success, other communities adopted similar initiatives, spreading love and compassion nationwide. Phyllis later reflected, "When you give love, you receive it back tenfold." Her story demonstrates that love multiplies when shared generously. Chapter 10: The Law of Oneness. In this final chapter, we're exploring one of the most profound and unifying universal laws, the law of oneness. Oneness is the recognition that everything in existence is interconnected. As Albert Einstein famously said, "A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space." He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. The law of oneness teaches us that separation is an illusion. We are all threads in the same cosmic tapestry, influencing and being influenced by each other. Understanding this law helps us live with greater compassion, purpose, and harmony. So, let's dive deep into this transformative principle and uncover how embracing oneness can elevate your life. 1. Definition and explanation of the law of oneness. The law of oneness states that everything in the universe is interconnected and interdependent. While we may perceive ourselves as separate entities, individuals, communities, or even nations, we are all part of a unified whole. Every action, thought, and emotion ripples through this interconnected web, affecting others and the world around us. Think of the universe as a vast ocean. Each drop of water represents an individual, but all drops together form the ocean. Similarly, our lives are interconnected, and what affects one ultimately affects all. This law applies universally across all areas of life: relationships, nature, society, and spirituality. For example, a person who pollutes the environment harms not only ecosystems, but also future generations. Someone who spreads kindness inspires others to do the same, creating waves of positivity. As Rumi, the Persian poet, wisely noted, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." Oneness reminds us that our actions matter because they contribute to the greater whole. 2. Real-life example: the story of Greta Thunberg. Let me share with you an inspiring story that beautifully illustrates the law of oneness, the journey of Greta Thunberg. In 2018, at just 15 years old, Greta began protesting outside the Swedish parliament, demanding stronger climate action. Her solitary protest quickly gained global attention, sparking the Fridays for Future movement. Millions of people worldwide joined her cause, recognizing that climate change isn't just an environmental issue, it's a human issue that affects every living being on Earth. Greta's message was clear: we are one planet, one species, and one shared future. Her unwavering commitment to oneness inspired individuals, governments, and corporations to take responsibility for their impact on the planet. Her story reminds us that when we act from a place of oneness, we tap into a collective power capable of transforming the world. 3. Practical strategies to apply the law of oneness. Now that we understand the theory behind the law of oneness, let's discuss how you can apply it effectively in your own life. Here are 6 actionable steps to help you master this law. Step 1. Recognize interconnectedness. Start by acknowledging how your actions affect others and the world around you. Whether it's choosing sustainable products, supporting ethical businesses, or simply treating people with kindness, every decision contributes to the greater whole. As Mahatma Gandhi emphasized, the earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Living sustainably honors our interconnectedness with nature. Step 2. Practice compassion. Compassion is the natural extension of oneness. When you see others as extensions of yourself, you naturally want to alleviate their suffering. Practice empathy and kindness, even toward those who seem different from you. Thich Nhat Hanh, Zen master, advises, compassion is a verb. Take action to support those in need, whether through volunteering, donating, or simply offering a listening ear. Step 3. Embrace diversity. Oneness doesn't mean uniformity, it celebrates diversity. Recognize that differences enrich the human experience and foster creativity. Instead of fearing what's unfamiliar, embrace it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Nelson Mandela once said, "No one is born hating another person because of the color of their skin, or their background, or their religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love." Love transcends boundaries and unites humanity. Step 4. Act with responsibility. Living from a place of oneness means taking responsibility for your impact on the world. Make choices that align with your values and contribute to the greater good. For example, reduce waste, conserve resources, and advocate for social justice. As Chief Seattle, Native American leader, famously stated, "The earth does not belong to us, we belong to the earth." Responsible stewardship ensures a sustainable future for all. Step 5. Cultivate global awareness. Stay informed about global issues and recognize how they affect everyone, regardless of borders or backgrounds. Support initiatives that promote peace, equality, and sustainability. Malala Yousafzai, Nobel laureate, reminds us, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." Small actions, multiplied globally, create monumental change. Step 6. Meditate on unity. Meditation is a powerful tool for experiencing oneness. Spend time visualizing yourself as part of a vast, interconnected web. Imagine sending love and healing energy to all beings, including yourself. Osho, spiritual teacher, explains, "When you realize nothing is lacking, the whole world belongs to you." Meditation cultivates a sense of unity and belonging. 4. Common pitfalls and how to avoid them. While the law of oneness is transformative, many people struggle to implement it due to common pitfalls. Let's address these challenges so you can avoid them. Pitfall number 1. Believing you're separate. The illusion of separation fosters fear, judgment, and conflict. Remind yourself daily that you're part of a larger whole. Practices like meditation and gratitude reinforce this truth. Pitfall number 2. Feeling overwhelmed by global issues. Global problems can feel insurmountable, leading to apathy. Break down big issues into small, manageable actions you can take. Remember, every effort counts. Pitfall number 3. Ignoring personal impact. Some people believe their actions don't matter in the grand scheme of things. However, every drop contributes to the ocean. Trust that your contributions make a difference. 5. Inspiring quotes to reinforce the law of oneness. To leave you with lasting inspiration, here are 2 powerful quotes related to this law. John Muir, naturalist, said, "When we try to pick out anything by itself, we find it hitched to everything else in the universe. Oneness is the fabric of existence." Lao Tzu, ancient Chinese philosopher, emphasized, "From caring comes courage." Compassion arises naturally when we recognize our interconnectedness. These words remind us that oneness is both a philosophy and a call to action. 6. A short story, The Butterfly Effect. Let me conclude this chapter with a compelling story about the transformative power of oneness. In 1992, a young boy named Craig Kielburger read a newspaper article about Iqbal Masih, a Pakistani child laborer who was murdered for speaking out against exploitation. Deeply moved, Craig decided to take action. At just 12 years old, he founded Free the Children, now W Charity, mobilizing youth worldwide to end child labor and empower communities. What started as one boy's passion grew into a global movement involving millions of young people advocating for education, equality, and justice. Craig's story demonstrates that even small actions, rooted in oneness, can create massive change. He later reflected, "Every person matters. Every action counts." His journey proves that oneness is not just a concept, it's a way of life. Audiobook conclusion. We've reached the end of the 10 laws of life. Master these universal laws to transform your life. Over the past chapters, we've explored 10 universal laws that govern existence and hold the keys to personal transformation. Let's briefly recap these profound principles. The law of cause and effect. What you sow today determines what you reap tomorrow. Take responsibility for your actions. The law of attraction. Your thoughts and emotions act as magnets, attracting similar energies into your life. Focus on positivity. The law of focus: energy flows where attention goes. Concentrate your efforts on your top priorities. The law of action: nothing happens until you take deliberate steps toward your goals. Act consistently. The law of connection: everything in life is interconnected. Nurture meaningful relationships and contribute to something greater than yourself. The law of transformation: change is inevitable. Embrace it as an opportunity for growth and renewal. The law of inner peace: true happiness stems from cultivating serenity within yourself. Practice mindfulness and gratitude. The law of gratitude: appreciation attracts abundance. Celebrate the blessings in your life daily. The law of love: love is the essence of existence. Spread kindness, empathy, and compassion wherever you go. The law of oneness: we are all part of a unified whole. Live with awareness, responsibility, and unity. These laws are not isolated. They work together to create a harmonious framework for living a purposeful and fulfilling life. As you reflect on these universal laws, I want to remind you that knowledge alone won't change your life. It's action fueled by insight that truly transforms. Each chapter has provided you with practical strategies and actionable steps to apply these laws in your daily life. But remember, transformation takes time. Be patient with yourself as you integrate these principles into your routine. Start small, stay consistent, and trust the process. Even the smallest effort, when repeated over time, can lead to extraordinary results. I encourage you to revisit this audiobook whenever you need guidance or inspiration. Bookmark your favorite chapters, share them with loved ones, and use these teachings as tools to navigate life's challenges and opportunities. You have everything you need within you to create the life you desire. All it takes is courage, commitment, and faith in the journey ahead. Believe in yourself. You are capable of achieving greatness. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to express my heartfelt gratitude to you, dear listener. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this audiobook and for trusting Wisdom Audiobooks to accompany you on your journey of growth and self-discovery. If you found value in this content, please show your support by liking this video, sharing it with others who might benefit, and subscribing to the Wisdom Audiobooks channel. Your engagement helps us continue creating meaningful content that inspires and empowers people around the world. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this audiobook, leave a comment below telling us which law resonated with you the most. Your feedback means the world to us and motivates us to keep delivering high-quality content. As we conclude, I leave you with this final thought: life is a gift, and every moment is an opportunity to learn, grow, and connect. By mastering these universal laws, you're not just transforming your own life, you're contributing to a better, more compassionate world. So, step boldly into the future, armed with wisdom and fueled by purpose. You have the power to shape your destiny and make a lasting impact. Thank you once again for being part of this journey. Until next time, may your path be filled with love, peace, and infinite possibilities.